So comment, subscribe, dislike, or like. Check out the links in the descriptions for other of my sites, other activities that I'm involved in. Got a whole bunch of Facebook groups you can check out. I play multiple card games, so I do music among other things, so check out the links in the description. This is my Hatchhyack SS3 Bardock deck. And copy the leader. 4 SS3 Bardock breaking free from the mass. 4 SS3 Bardock Power Unleashed. 4 Bardock Awakened Instincts. 4 Oceanus. 4 Dr. Leche. 4 Finn. 4 Goku The Adventure Begins. 4 Star Ball. 4 Max Power Command Man. 4 Power Burst. 4 Demonic Absorption. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Bardock Prismatic Burst. 4 Broly. 4 Toas. 4 SS4 Vegeta. So I made sure I incorporated a little barrier hate just in case, depending on your matchups. So there's demonic absorption for that. Plus it can be used as combo power, just like you can use the 4-star ball. So it serves more than one purpose. So we got the Bardocks in here. This one is a really cool Bardock card. It's a 30k double strike with the auto once per turn. Add 1 card from your life to your hand. When your opponent activates a counter attack skill on an extra card, negate the skill. This skill can be activated during counter timing. So basically, it's a counter for your opponent's counter attacks, which is awesome. So it has a built-in ability to stop a counter attack, especially if the whole idea is to try to go for game, right? Ability to be able to stop like a baby Hatchhyack or something similar to that is obviously good. And all it takes is just 1 life to trigger it. And this doesn't trigger like when it attacks, it just triggers when your opponent plays it. So you could drop this and then overwhelm something and then attack with whatever you want and then still trigger this effect, which is nice. So this is a good card to like play, right? Then drop Mirror Creator Absorb and then swing with Mirror Creator Absorb, because it's going to get strong by its own effect and make it hard for your opponent to combo it, and then this will have backup in case your opponent has a negate. You can, counter the negate. And of course, you should have made sure there's no blockers, so you don't have to worry about that. And, Mirror Creator Absorbs. Attack is more likely to go through in that situation. And then drop a Champa on it, right, to double strike your opponent for game. Just something I'm looking into, combining this with Mirror Creator Absorb. But, obviously Mirror's not in this deck. Then he has the active main, where you pay 4 black energy. If you have 15 or more black cards in your warp, play this card from your hand. So that's the way you could cheat him out. And then he has the second active main. Once per turn, if your life is at 1, switch this card to active mode. So the fact that it could attack twice, which is obviously really nice. So it's a 30k dual attacker basically, right? With double strike. So it could potentially do 4 damage all by itself if you're at 1 life. And the fact that it can negate your opponent's counter attack is just too good. So definitely really good 7-drop to consider playing in future builds. Then we have SS3 Bardock Power Unleashed. With the Xeno Evolve, you pay 5, drop this on top of a Bardock Xeno. Then he's the 30k triple strike. He has the auto that when this card evolves into this card, your leader card is black. You may choose 5 cards from your warp and place it into your drop area. If you do so, send all your opponent's battle cards to the warp. So obviously this will help you clear your opponent's of any blockers, especially if you're playing against like a Bulma or something. You want to clear all those blockers so that you can try to get your attack to go through. Right, it's a 30k triple strike. So it's nice to have that built-in ability to clear opponent's board to try to go for game. And if you don't go for game, at least you reduce their ability for the clapback, right? So the evolved target for that mainly is our Bardock Awakened Instincts, because he has Overwhelm 4, so you can play them for free. So that way you have a guaranteed free target to evolve on top of. And has the auto that when you play this card using overwhelm, draw 2 cards and take 1 card from your hand, place them to the drop. Of course, Oceanus, blocker, counter attack, so you can potentially stop 2 attacks with this. And then it has the permanent where if your opponent attacks, they mill the top 4 cards of the deck. Dr. Lecture, reusable blocker. Every time you play him, you mill 2 cards on top of your deck, and you can play him from your drop by paying 2 energy. Finn has Deflect and can help you board wipe your opponent. Your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and then warps the rest of their battle cards. Rest of their other battle cards, but it does not ignore bear. Keep that in mind. Goku Vector Begins has the active main. The first active main where once per turn you can add a 4-star ball from your deck or drop area to your hand. So you can add the 4-star ball. And you use the 4-star ball obviously defensively. But you could use it offensively. But we typically use it to defend. Or use it to discard for card effects like Oceanus or Toa's ability. Max Power Kamehameha, negate an attack. Then if you have 4 cards in your drop, you can send them to the warp in order to add this back to your hand so you can have it for the following turn. Has the active main where you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards whose energy is higher than their energy and send it to the warp. So this helps you get rid of any problematic card. Power Burst, negate an attack, and unless you add a 1 drop from your warp or your drop area to your hand. Target for that would be Goku. And if you have 5 or more cards in your drop, you can take a card from your life, add it to your hand in order to add this card from in order to play this card from your hand for free. So that comes in handy if you're tapped out. Demonic Absorption, you can use this card's active battle for free. So you can get 5k boost to your leader or a battle card. So essentially you use it for combo power. But it has the active main where if your leader card's black, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore barrier, and send it to the warp. Bardock has the +1 ability where you draw a card. It's a -2 ability where you can to the end of your opponent's next turn when they attack, they can't attack with battle cards unless they choose 1 card from their hand and sends it to the warp. So this basically creates a topo-like effect. So having that and then dropping the Oceanus on your opponent's turn, will make it very painful to attack because they'll mill 4 cards on top of the deck and warp 1 card from their hand, so they'll be losing a card advantage in that regards. It also has the we don't use that part of the effect, the Spirit Boost. Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Prismatic Burst. He has the -1 ability, active main, where you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy greater than their energy and send it to the warp. Notice we warp a lot in this deck. And then he also has the -X auto. When your leader card is attacked, you may have it get 5k power for the battle for each mark you remove from this card. So you could drain this unison of its markers just to boost up your leader for 1 attack. Then he has the permanent for each marker on this card. It gets 5k power. So if it has 4 markers on it, it gets 20k extra power, so it'll be a 30k. If you have 6 markers, it'll be a 40k. So one of the good things about him is that he essentially becomes like an ultimate, right? So for 6 energy, you can just bang, drop him as a 40k. And, try to go for game with that. Then we have Toa. Auto once per turn when one of your opponent's battle cards is sent from the battle area. It's removed from the battle area by a skill or KO'd. Add a marker to this card. Obviously, we warp a lot in this deck, so that would trigger this effect of getting markers once per turn. And then has the +0 ability, active main, choose 1 card for your hand, discard it. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards 3 costs or less, and send it to the warp. This effect will trigger her auto to get a marker. And then the -4 active main, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and gain control of it. She can't attack if she has 2 or less markers, so she needs 3 or more markers in order to attack. And she has a 20k buy, so you could take advantage of that. And then use her to steal one of your opponent's battle cards and use your opponent's battle card against them. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. We mainly use him for his -5 active main ability. We pay 4 black energy, send one of our opponent's life to the warp. And if your opponent only has 1 life, then GG, right? So we use that to burn our opponent for game. That's the end of the video.